Cody is the son of Clifford and Sheila Barnes. His activities include football, powerlifting, and track. Cody plans to go to college and own his own sandblasting business. Our next attendant representing the sophomore class is Miss Christina Hobbs. She is the daughter of Michelle Hobbs. Her activities include esports, hanging out with friends. Christina plans to graduate high school and go to college. Christina's escort tonight is junior Jackson Seeley. Jackson is the son of Earl and Alicia Seeley. His activities include football and baseball. Jackson plans to graduate high school and go to work. Our next attendant representing the junior class is Miss Cameron Harwood. Cameron is the daughter of R.D. and Risa Harwood. Her activities include basketball, track, FFA, student council, and beta club. Cameron plans to attend college and become a traveling RN. Cameron's escort tonight is junior Caden Ayers. Caden is the son of David and Brooke Ayers. His activities include football, baseball, hunting, and fishing. Caden plans to be successful in whatever path he chooses. Our next attendant representing the marching band is Miss Eden Bean. Eden is the daughter of Eddie and Tiffany Bean. Her activities include band, FCCLA, basketball, color guard, and winter guard. Eden plans to attend Oklahoma State University and join the marching band. Eden's escort tonight is junior Nathan Stubblefield. Nathan is the son of Jeremy Stubblefield and Davina Sorensen. His activities include football, powerlifting, and track. After graduation, Nathan plans on becoming the best version of himself. Our next attendant representing the senior class is Miss Bailey Vendetti. Bailey is the daughter of Tim and Ashley Hatton and Anthony Vendetti. Her activities include cheer and yearbook. Bailey plans to go to college and become a registered nurse. Bailey's escort is junior Cameron Robinson. He is the son of Justin and Courtney McCleary. His activities include football and baseball. Cameron wants to go to college, become a head coach at high school with a winning program, and hire Justin Miles. Our next attendant representing cheer is senior Miss Kirsten Kaiser. She is the daughter of Michael and Jimmy Hampton and Jared and Heather Kaiser. Her activities include cheer, basketball, track, beta club, and girl racing. Kirsten plans to attend college and major in forensic science and make a difference in the world. Kirsten's escort tonight is senior Connor Thomas. Connor is the son of Kippy and Debbie Morrow and Billy and Jamie Thomas. His activities include football, basketball, baseball, hunting, and fishing. Connor plans to attend OSU IT and become a high voltage lineman. Our next attendant representing cross country is senior Haley Furlica. Her activities include cross country, cheer, powerlifting, senior class president, beta club, and student council secretary. Haley plans to attend the University of Oklahoma to receive her doctorate's degree in pharmacy school. Haley's escort tonight is junior Justin Miles. Justin is the son of Mindy Miles. His activities include football, basketball, track, yearbook, and BPA. After high school, Justin wants to attend college and become a coach with Cam Robertson. football is senior Miss Tinley King. Tinley is the daughter of Sean and Brandy Davis and Brian King. Her activities include being a football trainer. Tinley plans on graduating high school and going to college to become an RN. Tinley's escort tonight is senior Shane Lane. Shane is the son of Sean and Amanda Lay and Candy Mansell. His activities are football. Shane plans to attend college and study mechanical engineering. Our next attendant tonight, representing softball, is senior Miss Emma Pickering. She is the daughter of Mandy Pickering. Her activities include softball, basketball, yearbook, and student council. Emma plans on attending college and playing softball, then work on becoming an Oklahoma Highway Patrol officer. Emma's escort tonight is senior Landon Ballmer. Landon is the son of Anthony and Tanya Ballmer. His activities include football, baseball, and powerlifting. Landon plans to attend college and play baseball and football and earn a degree in biomedical engineering. Our final attendant representing the student council is senior Miss Erica Kreitzer. Erica is the daughter of Billy and Esther Kreitzer. Her activities include basketball, softball, and student council. Erica plans to attend TCC and earn a veterinarian technician license. Erica's escort tonight is senior Aiden Wetzel. He is the son of Chris and Terry Wetzel. His activities include football, hunting, and fishing. Aiden plans on attending college in Texas and playing football. This year's flower girl is Kinsley Hatton. She is the daughter of Tim and Ashley Hatton. Kinsley is 5 years old and in Miss Green's kindergarten class. She loves to cheer. When Kinsley grows up, she wants to be a YouTube sensation. This year's crown bearer is Riot Haggard. He is the son of Tyler and Natasha Haggard. He is 5 years old and in Mrs. Webb's kindergarten class. He enjoys baseball. Riot wants to be a firefighter when he grows up. Our 2021 football homecoming king is Mr. Landon Ballmer. Our 2021 football homecoming queen is Miss Haley Furlick. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, please give one more round of applause for our king and queen and all of our attendants and escorts.
Field, coming to you live from the Jim Allen Press Box, where tonight is your Kellyville Ponies versus the Crossing Christian Knights. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand for the singing of our national anthem, being performed tonight by Kellyville High School senior, Miss Dusty Evans.
There we go. Here it is. Good evening, KV Rising. We are here live from the Jim Allen Press Box in Kellyville, Oklahoma, where the Ponies tonight take on Crossings Christian in Oklahoma City. So the last time we were live, they went against Millwood. That was the last home game that was here. We were unable to go to the last two games, the away games, but we are back tonight, and they are playing another Oklahoma City area team, another tough team, another tough opponent. I'm joined by my good friends, Javi Garcia and Matthew Vaughn.
Good evening, everybody.
What's going on?
Y'all weren't ready for that, were you?
No, you didn't clear it with us, Jacob.
No, I didn't say you could call me your friend.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm kidding, dude. I've known you for a while. I'll let you pass.
Just this one time.
Just this one time. If I hear
Just
it again, I'm gonna come find you.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. If I go missing, you know who the culprit is.
Ooh, that was funny.
I just want to start out tonight by saying that we have a donation link in the description. It comes to, we've had our donations to the Crawl family that went through there the past few weeks. But the donations really help us as a team. They help, and we also need, advertisers. So if you want to advertise with us, give us a call, shoot us a message on Facebook, something of that nature, and we will make sure to get back with you and get your name on a ticker on the bottom of the screen. We haven't had it here recently for reasons that will stay reasons, and but we would love to have that ticker again. And so if you'd like to advertise with us, do not hesitate to call us, email us, contact a friend about us, whatever. But right now, the captains take the field. Looks like Connor Thomas, Aiden Wetzel, Landon Vollner, and Shane Lay. It's 4 seniors.
It's a big night. It's homecoming night.
Yeah, nothing like homecoming at high school football.
Oh yeah, it's always the game that you look forward to the most, besides maybe senior night if you were a senior, or maybe you don't look forward to senior night.
No, it depends. If you know you're gonna play more games, then you look forward to it. If you know it's gonna be your last one, then kind of bittersweet as Crossing brings their captains out. I tried to do some game prep for this game, but not a lot of, like I said, Max Preps is a son of a gun to try to work. But Crossing comes into this game 5-2, 3-1 in district play. They have wins over Community Christian, Cassidy, Star Spencer, Jones, and Prague. Looking at some of their game film, their typical spread team, a lot of trips, which is 3 receivers to a side, twins. They do a lot of tight end trips, which is they'll send 2 receivers to one side and also have a tight end. And you can do so much out of that formation.
Yeah.
On defense, they're a split safety team, so a lot of cover 2s and cover 4s. Very versatile defense. Kellyville comes into this game 0-7, still looking for that first win, 0-4 in district. We talked about this in the past. Kellyville, since its football inception, has been a run team, but in the past couple years, they've transitioned to the spread, and I think recently they've kind of gone back to the run game. As we get to see this coin toss, I missed it. Was anyone paying attention?
Looks like the ponies will be receiving.
Okay, the ponies are receiving.
Start the contest.
I was looking at my notes and I looked up and the coin toss was already gone. Like I said, ponies still looking for that first win, which is expected. You're expected to have this kind of season when you graduate as many people as Kellyville did.
Yeah.
At both levels, high school and college. When you graduate, most of your starters usually is a kind of a rougher year.
Yeah, obviously, unless you're one of those type of programs that have just a constant mill of players coming through.
Yeah, and you can look on the ponies roster. Not a whole lot of seniors. I see 1, 2, 3. There's 4 seniors. There's 4 seniors on this team, and you can the junior class is very heavy. So a lot of these guys are going to be coming back next year as we await for the ponies to arrive at the field. Javi, it's bizarre to me, like 7-8 years ago, all the 2A teams, as Crossing makes their way onto the field, all the 2A teams were very run heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of teams pass the ball at this level, and now what we've seen this season, a lot of teams are a spread offense, and it's just so bizarre how it's kind of trickled down.
I mean, yeah, definitely that's been at every level of the game, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, even in Kellyville, we started out this season, we were looking for one of those kind of spread offenses originally.
As our ponies take the field. But no, I completely agree with what you just said. And like I said, Kellyville will receive this opening kickoff. I'm interested. I was told that they changed up their offense a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I think we may see a little bit more running, contrary to what we've just said.
Yeah, as the return team takes the field. I believe that's number 9, Cody Barnes, and number 7, Hayden Jones, back for the ponies. As you hear our lovely band who went to regionals and got a superior rating.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so the band program continues to move in the right direction. Who knows, maybe in a year or two we may see them at state.
Yeah, that would be incredible. I think everybody would love to see that.
I mean, you want to see all programs do good, as Matthew Jolliffe for Crossing Christian tees up the ball.
Back to receive with the ponies, number 2, Caden Ayers. Also back, number 9, Cody Barnes.
Oh, Caden Ayers is now back for the ponies. It was Hayden Jones.
I mean, obviously, I have to point out the omission of Justin Miles.
Yeah,
from the team.
Apparently he came down with an injury last game, so kind of curious to see how they do without him as we get ready to kick this one off. Nice kick. Fielded by Stubblefield.
Stubblefield cuts upfield.
He's going. He's going.
And a great return to about the crossing 45-yard line.
That sets the Ponies up in good field position. First down. Looks like they're going to spot them at the 45-yard line.
Great cut up field by Nathan Stubblefield on the return.
Yeah, just kind of followed his blockers till he was able to cut up.
Yeah.
As Kellyville comes out with a two-back set with Ian Anderson and Stubblefield out to the bottom. I believe that's Connor Thomas up top. Wetzel's in the gun. He asks for the ball, hands off to Barnes.
Solid run.
Who
I'll
chugs.
say that looked like a one-high safety look that time.
Well, you can only go off of what you see on film, and of course, right when I say something, they change it.
Yeah, they change it.
Make it look like I don't watch film.
I get in there and watch film, man. Oh, man. Yeah, it definitely looks like they're going with a one-high safety look.
Well, they got
with
it that
three linebackers trying to go and plug up the run as Wetzel drops to pass, gets a nice
hits Volner.
short route over the middle, and that'll be good for a Pony first down. Bright start here for the Pony offense.
If you notice, though, that safety's over there protecting the slot receiver, so that's leaving the middle of the field kind of open, so that's what the Ponies are trying to work with, as they're going to send Ian Anderson down to the bottom with two receivers up top. Wetzel's in the gun with Barnes and Volner in the wing. Sends a man in motion.
And Stubblefield comes back across.
And they're going to give him the ball. And it is read by Crossing Christian.
Don't know where to go that time.
That was number 51, Preston Mahan, on the stop for the
That's a
Knights.
big loss.
Yeah. He read that all the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Ponies may want to jot that one down, though. They kind of bit hard on that motion. It's going to bring up a second and 17 for the Ponies as they get the play in from the sideline. Two receivers down to the bottom. Wetzel has two backs to the side. He asks for the ball. He's looking to pass, and he's pressured, and he is sacked.
Didn't really look like anything got open in time for the line to hold up for him.
No, it did not. That pressure came off both sides, both edges. That's going to bring up a third and 21 for the Ponies. Curious to see what they do here. They're going to stick with that formation. Wetzel asks for the ball. He's going to hand it off to Barnes. He is met immediately and gang tackled by the Knights.
And that'll bring up fourth down. Right about where they started the drive at.
So the offensive woes continue for the Ponies, as I believe that's Connor Thomas back to punt. Or is that? Yeah, that's Connor Thomas back to punt for the Ponies. And they have. There are two players back to receive this kick for the Knights. Good snap. And a good punt.
That's a good punt. Fielded. No, not going to be fielded. And it gets inside the 10, maybe the 7.
About the 7 or 8 yard line. So Connor Thomas able to pin the Knights back. So let's see what this Pony defense can do. This defense has really been the life of this team.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm curious to see what the Knights come out in. Looks like they're going to go two receivers either side. Can't really see who the QB is, but he's going to ask for the ball. He's going to look to throw.
Number 10. And it's complete to number 4. And good for a first down. And that is Logan McGowan.
That's Drew Wood at quarterback for the Knights. And that's going to be a first down. It's going to move the sticks.
That gave me a heart attack. I have a professor with that same name. God.
You better watch what you say, Javi.
I know.
And the Knights already up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to send 3 receivers down to the bottom. Wood is in the gun.
This just looks like a regular trips look, so. And
Looks like a
hands it off. And it's plugged up pretty well, although it goes for about a 3-yard gain.
looks like the receivers at the bottom were kind of running a screen play. So ponies might want to watch that. They might come back to it later.
Yeah, you might get that receiver down to the bottom of your screen coming inside and trying to go upfield with it.
And they're going to stick with that formation. 3 receivers down to the bottom. Send a man in motion. He's going to look to throw.
Here's the screen pass to the outside receiver.
And it's played pretty well by the ponies. He got close to the first down, but I don't think he got it.
Actually kind of impressed with that one, you know.
I mean, that's what mostly when most teams go trips, it's a wide receiver screen, and I saw they pretty much ran that the first time. So that's going to bring up a.
They're going to call it first down?
They're calling first down. Oh, I thought he was short.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be a first down.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's going to give the Knights a fresh set of downs.
Crossing, try to get the Ponies' defense to jump offside.
They have 2 receivers either side now. Wood looks like he's changing plays.
Looks like a timeout.
Now we have a timeout on the field towards to the Knights.
I'm interested to see what that play was because they kind of had a kind of a freeze. You know, they don't have a play call; they just have the formation. Then they see what the ponies are up to, and then they call a play. I was curious to see what they were going to dial up because it doesn't look like the ponies were bringing pressure or anything. They were just bringing their 4.
Yeah, that seems to just be their standard. And try not to get beat over top.
Yeah. As we get ready for this first down. 2 receivers either side, Wood in the gun. He's going to hand the ball off.
And the back gets outside, and I think it's pushed out of bounds.
That's number 24, Silas Ward, on the carry for the Knights. Gain of about 5 or 6.
Gain of 6 on the play, brings them a thing down 4 for the Knights.
Get off your phone, Jacob.
Hey, I'm working, okay?
We appreciate all the work you're doing, or sometimes lack thereof.
So Crossing has 3 receivers down to the bottom. He's going to look to throw.
It's a short pass complete to number 1, Mason Snyder, who gets down the left-hand side.
And he's going to be caught by Stubblefield. I thought he was gone.
Right, yeah.
But Stubblefield with that closing speed to chase him down. But that does give the Knights a first down in the red zone. But so they just kind of put everyone down at the bottom and they soloed.
Yeah, just get your guy in the open field. Although this time they do move him to the bottom of the screen.
Was that Snyder on the reception?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, Snyder.
Yeah, seems to be their go-to receiver. As they're going to send 3 receivers down to the bottom again. Wood is in the gun. He's going to ask for the ball. Looks like an option play, and there's.
And cuts back.
Number 24, Silas Ward.
And
That was read beautifully by the ponies. I think that was Volner made him turn it back, and then Cam Robertson kind of cleaned up, gain of a yard. That was read pretty good by the ponies. Cody Barnes kind of set the edge, and Volner spilled it back to the inside, and Robertson was there to clean up. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 with 2 receivers either side. Wood in the gun is going to motion his man. He's going to look to throw.
Back to pass.
And pass right-hand side is almost caught, tipped.
That was Caden Ayers tripped up kind of fell on the ground, and I think Snyder just kind of tripped over him, didn't see him.
That's what it looks like.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Knights. And they're going to go back to that trips look with 3 receivers down to the bottom. Wood is in the gun with Ward to his right. He's going to ask for the ball. Play action.
Pass right-hand side is caught. Mason Snyder.
And that's going to move the chains.
Connor Thomas in coverage brings him down inside the 10. It'll be a 1st and goal coming up.
That was just a good throw by Wood.
Yeah.
Connor Thomas had pretty good coverage, but he threw it where only his receiver could get it.
It's a good throw, good catch.
Yeah. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal from, I believe, the 10-yard line. As they're going to send 3 receivers to the top this time. And he's just going to hand it off to number 24.
Silas Ward cuts
Silas Ward on the carry.
And he is short.
Down by Cody Barnes.
Short of the goal line. He's going to bring up a 2nd down.
3-yard line.
With 4:56 left in the 1st quarter. It is a scoreless game so far as the Ponies make substitutions on defense. They're going to send 3 receivers to the bottom this time. And there's nobody up top. Okay,
Yeah.
now they got somebody.
And slant route over the middle.
It is caught.
Pass is complete. Touchdown Knights.
I believe that was
Looks like Nate Rouse.
either Nate Rouse or Bennett Bell for the Knights.
Touchdown reception from Drew Ward.
I was kind of concerned there because the Ponies had nobody over.
Yeah, they had nobody down there at the bottom of the screen covering number 14, Drew Taylor. And, yeah, but now it'll be number 7, Matthew Jolliffe on for the point after.
It's your area of expertise.
Oh, yeah, totally. And it's up and good.
So the Knights are on the board now, 7-0 over the Kellyville Ponies with 4:35 left in the 1st quarter. Not really surprised from what we saw so far. A lot of 3 and 4 receiver formations. Looks like Crossing really loves that trips, especially down to at the bottom of the field.
Yeah, they just go wide side a lot of the time. And they look to just get a guy on a short route in space and let him go to work in the open field.
As we are set to receive this kickoff, Jolliffe going to kick off for the Knights as we have Caden Ayers and Cody Barnes back for the Ponies. With Stubblefield as the up man, and he's the one that got that good return on the opening kickoff.
As we get set here for the kickoff. And it's short to the other side. Not wanting to take a chance with Stubblefield on a return again.
And the kick's going to be taken around the 25-yard
So we get to see this Pony offense back on the field after they had a couple of good plays, and then they took that loss.
Yeah.
And then just couldn't get anything going after the loss of yards.
With 4:35 left in the 1st quarter, we get another look at the Pony offense that started out pretty bright with 2 solid plays, and we're going to look to see more of that, hopefully.
Wetzel's in the gun with 2 receivers to his bottom. He's going to look to throw.
And
It's going to be
picked
intercepted.
off. Mason Snyder, pick 6.
Read that all the way.
And he takes it in for a touchdown.
He read that all the way. Had no doubt.
Yeah, as soon as he threw the ball, Snyder just
Snyder
bit down.
He made a beeline for it.
And that was one of those plays where he just had to hold on to the ball and he was gone.
Yeah, he kind of bobbled it when he caught it,
And he knew if he just held on to it pretty tight, and he'd be gone. So
we see Jolliffe again, trying to add the extra point for the Knights. Kick is on the way, and it is good.
And the extra point is good.
So the Knights go up 14-0 over the Ponies. Okay, let's try this again.
And with 4:29 left in the first quarter, we're going to get another look at the Kellyville offense.
That's Barnes and Ayers back to receive, and Joff's going to get a good leg workout. He's got a good leg workout so far.
Yeah, you never want the opposition's kicker to get a good workout in.
No, you don't. You'd know all about that. You were literally falling apart.
By the end of it, yeah.
y'all were scoring all those points.
Oh,
Jolliffe again going to kick deep, this time to Barnes.
it's not a bad problem.
Cody
It's Barnes
Barnes
on the return.
for the Ponies.
He's going to be stood up. Tackled about the 22, 23-yard line, where this offense gets another chance. You know, if they bit so hard on that play earlier, you might want to go back to that, maybe do some sort of pump fake, double move.
Something.
Because, I mean, Snyder bit hard on that route.
Yeah. He seemed to know what was coming the whole time. But a different look here.
Going to send Stubblefield in motion. Wetzel going to shovel it underneath, and the Knights read that one all the way. That's Volner, and good luck, boys. He ain't going to cough it up.
Landon Volner on the carry. Brought down by number 24, Tyler Ward.
Gain of maybe a yard. Looks like they're gonna flip that, send two receivers to the top. That's Thomas and Stubblefield. Volner and Barnes in the box with Wetzel. And he asks for the ball. He's gonna look to throw.
Throws on the run, and it's almost intercepted again.
He was looking for Stubblefield.
Intended for number 23, Nathan Stubblefield.
That's always a tough throw to make on the run, trying to throw back across.
Yeah, that was Bennett Baker who almost ended up with the ball for the Knights. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Ponies. I think they got the right idea, trying to exploit the middle of the field.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. That's what you always want to look for in these one-high safety defenses. And rolling to the right is Wetzel, fires. Intercepted again. And is that number 1? Is it?
I think that was number 4. Was that 4?
I think it's 4.
Logan McGowan on
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Logan McGowan. I thought Snyder had 2 of them. So that's going to set up the Knights offense in good field position, which has kind of been the story so far. It's just a matter of field position, as they're going to send 3 receivers to the bottom with Wood in the gun. He's just going to hand it off. And he's going to be met by Barnes, and they're going to throw the flag. Might have gotten a face mask.
It kind of looked like it from up here.
Yeah, face mask or a horse collar or something. Yeah, the Ponies are already walking backwards.
Face mask against the Ponies.
Which, I mean, that's, you know, when you're running in there trying to make the tackle, you just grab anything.
Yeah, definitely.
And sometimes it's the face mask.
And it looks like 15 yards of the spot attack, maybe 10.
Which is a shame because that was a good play by Barnes.
It
just
was.
unfortunate You know, you just kind of grab the blind and you grab the face mask. They're going to send 2 receivers either side. Wood just going to hand off to his man, and he's got a wide open lane, and he is going to score. That's number 22, Justin Walraven for the Knights. And the Knights are cruising in this game.
Hey, but that's the great thing about football. We're only in the second quarter. Or no, we're not. We're only in the first
We're
quarter.
in the 4th quarter there, son.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the timeouts that were remaining. I'm sorry. But we're only in the first quarter. Anything can happen.
Yes, anything can happen. But
I read a story the other day about the Pride of Oklahoma marching band. And as that kick goes in, their band director was in Stillwater, and he got kicked off the field for not having a field pass. The leaders at Boone Pickens Stadium kicked him off the field, and so he looked at his band as he was being escorted out by the police. He said, "Play Boomer Sooner until our team's up ahead," and they were down like 3-0. The team went on and scored 21 unanswered points, and they won the game by 21. Or they won the game 21-20. And so, I mean, just the momentum of the crowd can shift a game like nobody's business. And I don't know if that's one thing I love about Kellyville's crowd, is that when they want to be, they can be very energetic and very team spirited. But when they don't want to be, it's dead in the water.
yeah, you got to have that energy.
You know, in the games that we've been at, Matthew, turnovers haven't been a huge issue. It's
No.
just been drives stalling out,
Yeah.
and definitely need to look to avoid turnovers at all
'Cause
costs.
it's a spiraling kick directly to Barnes as he's trying to make that edge.
Ooh!
Ow!
As he's gang tackled by 4 Knights. That's going to set them up a little bit past the 20-yard line. Yeah, that is something I noticed. Turnovers haven't been a huge issue so far this season. And to come out and have 2 right off the bat isn't something you need, especially against a team like this. As Kellyville sets up with 2 receivers to the top, with Wetzel in the gun and Barnes to his right, he's just going to hand it off to Barnes, where he is met immediately. That's number 44, and I believe number 14.
Tried to have number 44, Blake Meeks, also helping out number 14, Drew Taylor.
There you go. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 11 for the Ponies. With 2 receivers to the bottom, almost on top of each other. Ball's on the ground. Wetzel's just got to take off with it, and he's got nowhere to run. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 13.
Quarterback on the keeper brought down the number 24, Silas Ward.
That was Ward on the stop for the Knights. Looks like they've gone with the almost the same formation. No, okay. Volner's now back there, along with Wetzel, probably for max protection. As Wetzel's going to roll to his right again. He's looking to throw. He's just going to escape momentarily, but he's ultimately dropped.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Silas Ward.
Looks like he might have made it back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up the punt unit for the Ponies.
As Connor Thomas comes on to punt. Had a good punt earlier in the game.
He did. Let's see if he can maybe flip field position for the Ponies. Looks like we get a timeout. As the Knights take their 2nd timeout of the first half.
What's the reasoning behind that?
With And we just now ticked under a minute in this first quarter.
Are they doing what I was doing and looking at the timeouts left instead of the clock, or instead of the actual quarter clock? Or I don't think
I
they
don't know. There was 9 seconds left on the play clock, so I don't know. Maybe it just weren't lined up correctly. As we get back underway, Connor Thomas back to pick this punt. Good snap.
And it's a high punt.
It's going to be fielded. Oh, it's going to be bobbled.
And number 1 gets down the right-hand sideline and sets the Knights up inside the 10.
That was bobbled. Should have been a stop right there, or pony ball, but that was Snyder able to make something out of nothing as the Knights set up in the red zone. They're going to send 3 receivers to the top with Wood in the gun.
Wood rolling to his left, fires, end zone.
Dropped. It was dropped.
I
I think he was looking for Drew Taylor in the end zone. Good coverage by the Ponies. Able to knock that down.
Ian Anderson on the coverage for the Ponies.
They're going to give that credit to Ian Anderson. Going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line for the Knights. So they're going to stick with that formation, 3 receivers to the top. Wood's going to ask for the ball. He's going to hand it off to his running back, who goes untouched into the end zone.
And number 34, Peyton Brady takes it in for a touchdown.
That was Peyton Brady on the run for the Knights.
Peyton Brady, what a name. Imagine if he was a quarterback.
Yeah, that's very, very ironic. As we see Jolliffe again on for the extra point for the Knights. And the kick is on the way, and it is good. So the Crossing Christian Knights go up 28-0 over the Ponies with 33 seconds left in the first quarter. I feel like once again it's kind of been a story of field position.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to constantly be giving the other team the ball right at, inside your half of the field. It makes it a lot harder to play defense whenever they don't have as much room behind them.
Yeah. When you're backed up into the shadow of your own goalpost, it's never a good thing. Because aside from that opening return from Stubblefield, the Ponies really haven't been in Knight territory at all. As Jolliffe gets ready to kick off this ball for the Knights, Ayers and Barnes back to receive for the Ponies. And it's another line drive.
Cody Barnes
taken by Barnes.
On the return.
And he's going to get to maybe right at the 30-yard line.
Start 1st and 10.
Let's see if this offense can get something going. Haven't really seen a whole lot that's worked. Those couple rushes at the opening drive seemed to work, and then after that they took the loss and just kind of stalled out. As Wetzel sets up in the gun, ball's on the ground, and he's just got to take it and dive on it.
Brought down by Blake Meat.
And I think they're just going to let this clock wind down to the end of the first quarter. That's exactly what they're going to do.
And at the end of the first quarter, the score is Crossing Christians 28, Kellyville 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I have your attention, the 2020-2021 homecoming float competition. In fourth place, the sophomores.
Not sure what you do if you're the Ponies here.
In third place,
because they've tried to get that running game going, and the snap's kind of been on the ground.
Yeah.
And once that happens, you're kind of hosed.
Seniors, congratulations to the first place junior class. Homecoming float competition. Congratulations to the juniors. Mr. Woods would like to thank all the classes for their hard work on the float.
In case you didn't hear that, the seniors won the float competition. Oh, juniors? Okay.
Your hearing going bad, Matthew? I know you're old.
I know. Well, it's very loud in my left ear.
Yeah,
It's very loud in my left ear.
I mean, I only hear in my left ear.
yeah. It's because of this thing right here, which is able to connect 3 microphones.
You know,
It's
maybe after the Millwood game, I went half deaf.
that's what I thought too at first.
As we get the second quarter underway, Knight's showing blitz.
And
He had.
pass just a little too high.
Incomplete intended for number 36, Connor Thomas. Also, congratulations to the elementary float competition winner, the first and second grade cheerleaders.
Now, Crossing was bringing pressure. They were sitting on both their middle linebackers. Ponies might want to take note of that, because with that middle of the field open, might want to hit something right behind them. As Ponies are going to send 2 receivers down to the bottom with Lutzel in the gun, Barnes to his right, and Volner in the wing. Looks like those linebackers are creeping up, and they're going to send one. Lutzel's going to look to throw, and he's got a lot of pressure.
And quarterback's brought down behind the line of scrimmage, Silas Ward there making the stop.
And there's just nothing going on for the Pony offense as they bring up another punt. I wasn't paying attention to the running back, but that might have been a screen, because there was four guys in the backfield.
Yeah.
And the linemen were all kind of downfield.
Yeah, that's always a scary sight for any quarterback, is whenever you see 4 defensive linemen in your backfield.
Yeah. As Connor Thomas set the punt, and it's a high snap. But he's able to corral it. Good punt taken by Snyder. He's going to cut
back
for huge gain down to about the 15-yard line.
Also helping out number 40, Tanner.
These are good punts by Thomas. They're just
I'd also like to point out, it doesn't look like the Knights are setting up to try to block it at all. They're dropping back and gearing up for a return.
Yeah, they're sold on the return.
Yeah.
As the Knights set up with 3 receivers to the top, Wood is in the gun. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to reverse field.
He's got all the time in the world.
Fires.
And that's going to be caught for a first down.
Oh, a great catch.
Looks like that was a good catch. Looked like the Ponies kind of had it covered.
Yeah.
And then he's just able to run around and create a play with his legs. As the Knights get the play in from the sidelines. We send 2 receivers either side. Send a man in motion.
And looking to pass, and it's caught over the middle. Touchdown, number 4, Logan McCowan.
As the Knights go up 34-0 over the Ponies.
I don't know if y'all can hear it, but we're having a battle of the bands right now.
It really sounds like it, but I can't tell if we are getting the audio from across
We're
the
getting
field.
both of them.
As Jolliffe comes on to kick the extra point for the Knights.
No, it's not Jolliffe. It's
Oh, it's not.
And the kick is up and good by
So they
number 12.
that's Michael Morris. So they put in the backup kicker.
Yeah, we're getting the battle of the bands, and both bands are doing a great job. They're just at the same time, it doesn't really help, and especially coming in it's coming through my right ear because I have my headphones different. But
It's come through my left. Jake,
Yeah.
if we put us together, we have one working headset.
they all work. It's just that headphone connector. It's just I don't know what's wrong with it.
I'm literally getting everything through my left. I'm getting the band. I'm getting you guys. I'm getting the refs. I'm getting
It
everything through my
hurts.
left.
But while we're waiting on this kickoff, I will say this: I was talking to Coach Reed yesterday about some music to be played up here, and it got me thinking we're only getting better. Not just as the team's not only getting better, but we've got a big year ahead of us in Kellyville athletics. I mean, the basketball team's under new direction, and Coach Trey Fairchild that came from Eufaula. And so they're coming in hot. Head coach Taylor Todd for the girls.
Caden Ayers on return for the Ponies.
And so we've got a big year ahead of us for Kellyville athletics, and it's something that KV Rising wants to be there for.
It's a lot of new faces in the coaching.
Don't forget about the Chick-fil-A sandwiches being sold by the Kellyville Basketball Booster Club.
The only two remaining faces coaches are Kevin Nance and Scott Neighbors.
Yes.
Baseball and softball. Those are the only remaining head coaches that were here, my high school year.
Yeah,
and that was literally last year. So
As they send, looks like Barnes in motion, and they hand it off to Volner, and he's able to chug away for about 2 or 3 yards. Yeah, Jacob, once you graduate and you see how much turnover there is, I mean,
yeah. It's different for sure. Going to the homecoming parade today was weird because I didn't really recognize anybody. Of course I recognized Jordan, my sister, and most of the football guys, but that's about it. We were sitting behind the third graders, and I didn't know a single face of theirs. So it's
I would
just,
hope not.
well, when I was in high school, I knew everybody from the high school down. I knew literally everybody. And
You okay, Matthew?
I'm good. I'm good.
keep your composure.
Oh, looks like a little trickery. Looks like the old. I don't know.
Look confused
Yeah,
and hope for the
I don't
best.
know what the play is, and gain of a couple, and I think that's just going to bring on the punt unit. At this point, you're still looking for your first win. You just got to throw everything,
Oh, yeah.
everything in your tool bag.
With 8:38 left in the first half. Connor Thomas comes on to punt. And it's a good punt out to the left side this time, and it takes a good pony bounce
That was a nice bounce.
just past the
And the ball will be
25-yard
down
line.
Around the 27-yard line. They are officially out of Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Good Lord, already?
You made them all.
Man,
Dang.
that's my halftime food.
I was so looking forward to a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
ATM was down at Kellyville, so I was just going to eat after the game anyway.
You know that one that one chicken place. We don't do free advertising around here. That one chicken place, and they have one in Glenpool and Sand Springs, and
What, Chick-fil-A?
no, that one chicken place. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about the other chicken place.
Drew Taylor receiving for the night.
And it looks like
Right now,
Crossing didn't pick up the first down. Looks like gain of 7.
picked up 7.
I just want to say that Matthew played great in the Powder Puff game the other night.
Heck yeah.
He played
What position did you play, Matthew? Tight end?
all of them.
I played everything.
He was like football Benny the Jet Rodriguez. Like he was all over the
man.
place.
Did you at least score?
I did not.
Oh, no.
As Volner wraps up the Knights for a loss.
Did you get a new record for receiving yards in a game?
No, I ran the ball though.
You ran the ball.
Yeah, got my team in good position to score.
Lord knows you weren't doing that here.
No.
Aww.
I'll admit it. I don't care.
Me and Matthew, not sprinters.
No. No. Today was the first day I could get out of bed without having to roll myself out. Oh, I've been hurting.
Haven't ran like that in a long time, have you?
I haven't.
Pass is complete to number 12.
That's Morris.
Michael Morris, who's come in and handled kicking duties over the last few drives.
So that's going to move the change for the Knights. With 6:48 left in the first half, the Knights are up 35-0 over the Ponies.
I'd like to congratulate the band for their superior ratings this past week in the OSNAA Northeast Regional Competition.
As the Knights set up 3 receivers to the bottom. Would ask for the ball. He's going to hand it off. He's got a lane, and he is corralled by Volner.
You know, games like this can go one of two ways for players, and ideally you want the players to use it as a learning experience and not get beat up over it.
Like we said earlier, there's 4 seniors on this team. Everyone else, majority are juniors.
Yeah.
So
and, you know, what you want to see from these juniors, they're going to be seniors next year, is that they have this game in the back of their mind whenever they're playing.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at that. I was looking at the roster earlier, and we have 15 juniors. We have 4 seniors this year.
As they complete the pass.
And I will say, this kind of experience is...
That's Jolliffe, the kicker.
Yeah. I will say this kind of experience is definitely applicable to any level of... I mean, even whenever we were playing high school, we had it. We had a game like this.
We had a lot of games like this.
I was thinking about Bristow.
Yeah.
Your junior year, my sophomore year.
Yeah, you just got to put the young guys in and get them that experience so that when they become starters, they're already comfortable with the lights. As they just hand off to Silas Ward. He's going to turn the right corner, and he's going to be pushed out close to the 10-yard line. But, no, in games like this, you just got to put your young guys in, and you got to give them that experience because...
Yeah, and I will say the important thing is don't put your head down. I know it's tough. Don't put your head down. Keep it up. You know, keep playing hard.
Yeah. Because there's going to come a time where you're not playing football, and you're going to look back and say, man, I wish I'd have...
Haha, that time never came to me because I never played football.
I was trying to make this sentimental, Jacob.
I just knew all about it. That was the thing about my high school career. I never played it. I just knew all about it.
As pass complete, number 1.
And that's Snyder, who has, I believe he has a receiving touchdown, and he's got a pick 6.
Yeah.
And I think does he have 2 receptions?
No, but he's had a few pretty big gains, a few big returns.
As the Knights go up.
You know what? You're right. This was my high school career.
This was it. Yeah.
This was it. This was all of it.
As the
Still
Knights set up to kick this extra point. I believe that's Michael Morris.
And ball's up. And good. We're going to still do that to a certain extent.
as there is 4:30 left in this first half.
Very fitting as the Crossing Christian Band is playing Take On Me.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Take on me.
I can't hear it, but
No, I can hear it blasting through my right ear.
As number 12 Morris kicks it off again, and it's a deep kick inside the 10, and it's fielded. Ian Anderson.
whoo! Good return by Anderson, out past the 30.
I thought for a second I saw the ball coming loose.
I know, that's. I wasn't too sure, but he was able to corral it.
Yeah, I saw that Crossings guy swoop down and try to poke it, I think, and
I saw Ian swoop down, and that's what scared me.
Yeah. As this offense sets up again in its own territory. Got to get something going. Okay, now I hear it. As that's Barnes who's corralled after a gain of maybe a yard.
Hey, they're walking around with the buckets for the pie in the face, so make sure you donate.
yeah, they are walking around here with buckets for the pie in the face at halftime. A teacher, a sponsor of one of the classes, is going to get a pie in the face. I think the candidates are Lindsey Russell, Amanda Martin, Sam West. I can't remember the fourth one.
Poor Miss Martin.
Yeah.
He's going to shovel it to Volner.
And they tried that play down here in the first quarter.
Yeah, the timing was a little bit off. Stubblefield was already crossing Wetzel's face before the ball was snapped, but still a nice gain. Brings up a 3rd and about 6. If the Ponies can protect, they can get something going here. With 2:52 left in the first half, as Barnes goes in motion. He's going to hand it off to Volner, who's going to chug along for maybe a yard or two. Going to bring him up about a 4th and 4.
David Ayers, you are needed in the concession stand. David Ayers, you are needed in the concession stand.
That'll bring up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to bring out the punt unit. See if Connor Thomas can flip field position.
As we tick towards 2 minutes left in the first half.
High snap.
Low, flat punt, fielded. And
it's going to be wrapped up by Cody Barnes. I believe that's number 6, Nate Rouse, on the return for the Knights.
And it was number 6, Ian Anderson, who initially got to the returner.
Yeah, and Barnes is able to clean up. So the Knights are in their own territory. They're going to send 3 receivers out to the top.
We got the trips look again from the Knights.
And a pump fake.
And it's a deep pass. And it's incomplete.
He was looking for Taylor. Double covered there by, I believe that's Hayden Jones and Connor Thomas on the coverage for the Ponies. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. with 1:29 left in the first half, with Crossing Christian up 42-0. They're going to send 2 receivers either side with Wood still in the gun. He's going to look to pass.
Oh.
And pass is
Time for that tip drill.
Yeah, got to look for that tip drill. It was definitely there. As the Knights have a 3rd down incoming.
3rd and 10. Back-to-back incompletions.
For probably the first time this game. As they're going to go back to their trips look with 3 receivers to the top. And they're just going to hand it off.
And he's going to be met. And that'll bring up 4th and maybe 9.
First 4th down the Knights have faced all game. As it looks like they're bringing out their punt unit.
Maybe number 7 again coming on to punt.
As they send Nate Stubblefield back for the Ponies to receive this kick. Good snap. And it's blocked.
The punt blocked. Recovered by number 24.
Jackson Wallace. There you
Great
go.
play on special teams.
Was that Barnes that got through?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. There's a few Ponies back there. So the Ponies get the ball back in Knight territory with all their timeouts and 43 seconds left in the first half.
You know, I've actually liked Wetzel whenever he's had the time to pick out a deep pass because he can get the ball down there.
Yeah, he's had pressure pretty much the whole game. As he's going to roll to his right, and he's going to look to throw, and he's just going to take the sack. So that's going to march him all the way back to the 50 after that great field position.
Yeah, it's
just nothing down the field. Just nothing down the field for him to hit.
Yeah, you know, they're calling these plays where the quarterback's designed to roll out and Crossing seeing right through it, and this edge rusher.
Yeah, they're going to let this clock run out and go to halftime.
And it looks like, yeah, and that'll bring it into the first half of play with the Crossing Christian Knights up 42-0 against your Kellyville Ponies.
And Crossing receives the second half kickoff. We're going to take a break. We're going to leave the mic on for the band, and we will be right back to bring you the second half of this ball game.
for your taking the field for your halftime entertainment, it's the Pride of Kellyville Marching Band. The band is under direction of Mike Sisko with the assistance of the color guard instructor Donna Level. The band's 2021 show is entitled The Blues Brother 2021. Drum Major Eden Bean, is your band ready? As Jake Elwood once said, we're putting the band back together. We are on a mission. A mission from The band would like to thank the superintendent of Kellyville Schools, Joe Pierce, and the principals, Mr. Wood, Mr. Piston, Miss Lolly, and Mr. Castillo. We would also like to thank the band boosters, parents, and other patrons of the Pride. We've had so much fun listening to the band and performing in front of you guys. And we look forward to the next time we perform at halftime on senior night, the last home game of the season. The band, their last performance or their last contest, they got a superior rating. So it's just amazing to see how they have evolved over the school year. And we'd like to thank them so much for being out here at halftime. Good job, band.
And now for further halftime entertainment, the Kellyville High School cheerleaders. Mr. Sam West, you are needed on the track. Mr. Sam West, you are needed on the track. Ladies and gentlemen, starting this week, Kellyville High School students have been raising money for their respective classes. Each class had one of its sponsors volunteer to receive a pie in the face if their class raised the most money. The class that raised the most money was the junior class. The sponsor representing the junior class is Miss Amanda Martin. And they all took a pie to the face. But congratulations to Miss Amanda Martin for raising the most money and taking the true pie in the face. Thank you to all students and pony fans who have donated to the respective classes. I was not given that information.
That bird? Yeah.
So what y'all do instead of normal Chick-fil-A sandwiches?
I didn't. I'm gonna go eat after. Matthew's coming with me.
I had nachos just because I didn't eat lunch.
I don't think I ate lunch either.
Just to hold me over. There's a dead bird right there.
I know, I saw that earlier when I was plugging stuff in.
Did it scare you?
I was like, it's either a
Oh.
rat or a bird.
I thought it was a bat.
It didn't scare me because it was dead, but
Make sure you check its pulse. Give me 5 quick puffs. If that thing flies up on me.
I would go home. I would just leave.
just start chugging stuff at it.
They're not on that.
Good.
All right. Oh, I've switched ears.
You want to switch me?
I don't care. It's up to you. I mean, we can go out. We can either be deaf in both ears or just one ear.
No, I've already gotten rid of the hearing in my left ear.
It actually sounds a lot better to me. I don't know. It's just because I can't hear, or
I don't know. I have it turned down like quite a bit. Like I've got
probably-
it literally inched up there.
It's probably the band.
But
not
we
playing.
are back after an amazing halftime performance by the band, an amazing halftime performance by the cheerleaders, and some pies in the faces of some of the teachers. And so we are back, and this is a game that I didn't expect in the least. I can say that without a doubt. I didn't expect this to be so one-sided coming in after halftime.
no. Normally, the Ponies have always found a way to at least score or keep it close.
Yeah, I mean, just put up 19 points against Jones, and you know, they have the capabilities to do it. As it looks like a different return setup here. Actually, no, it's just we get the return setup here for the Knights with one deep return man, two up men, about the 20, and that is number 30, who is
That's Caleb Hillsbury.
Caleb Hillsbury, a freshman kicker. Brand new to the whole sport in general. Only kicked for about 4 weeks, according to him. And it's a solid effort.
It's a line drive. He's just going to hit the hole.
And Hillsbury can't quite get the tackle, and it's a solid return just past the 45.
Justin Walraven brought down by number 50, Cam Robertson.
It was a pretty solid kickoff, I would say.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of don't want to kick it right down Broadway, but
Yeah,
it
definitely had a
had a slight bounce to it to the left as the Knights set up near midfield with two receivers either side. He's going to send his man Snyder in motion. He's just going to hand it off. And he is wrapped up by Barnes, Volner, and a host of Ponies for a gain of about 3.
That is Peyton Brady again.
The guy with
Goat of all names.
the most perfect quarterback name that's not a quarterback.
Gain of 3 on the play. Second down and 7 for the Knights.
As it's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Knights near the 50-yard line. And you send 3 receivers down to the bottom. With Wood in the gun. Going to send Snyder in motion again and look like.
Has a pass to the outside receiver on a screen.
And Barnes able to wrap that up.
And that was number 14 there on the reception. It was Drew Taylor.
Barnes had that scouted pretty well. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 6 for the Knights.
Good start to the first half or the second half. I mean, holding them to a 3rd down. We just got to hold them here. It makes you wonder what Coach Cherry said in the locker room at halftime.
I've heard he's a pretty fiery dude, if you can believe it. They're just going to hand it off to Snyder.
And cuts up field, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So, was that all 3 times? That was 3 times they went with that jet motion.
Yeah, but I think only. Was that once that they've actually handed it off there? Because I know they.
Yeah, the first was a screen pass, or no, the first was just a run. Second was a screen pass, and then that was an actual handoff on the jet.
And it looks like they are going to punt, maybe.
I know.
They're definitely in position to not punt it, but the punt is off, and it's a very high kick, but out of bounds.
It's going to take a Pony bounce.
And the punt's going to go out of bounds. Down close to around the 20.
Solid defensive drive there by the Ponies as they force the punt on what was a very good starting field position for the Knights.
Yeah, they got the ball to close to about midfield pretty much, and then they weren't able to convert. So let's see if this Pony offense has also made adjustments to see if they can get something going. He's going to hand it off to Barnes. He's got a hole.
Barnes on the carry for the Ponies.
And he's got a first down.
He's going to be pushed out of bounds.
Good run there by Cody Barnes.
There to push him out of bounds. Picks up the first and 10 for the Ponies.
So hopefully the Ponies have found something that works. You know, just find something that works and stick to it.
And they're going to hand it off again.
Cody
Barnes keeps his legs moving.
For looks like a gain of about 3, maybe. Yeah, about 3.
Number 21, Fisher Roby, in on the stop for the night.
You got to think if the Ponies are running it like this, they might be trying to set up a play action.
Yeah, definitely. It's always in the cards for them. And they do go to Nathan Stubblefield
Pass complete to
on the outside, and it looks like a first down.
I believe he does pick up.
Down by number 11, Brady.
Yep, that's going to move the chains for a Pony first down.
Good start here for the offense.
So both those good hard runs were able to set up the play action, get Stubblefield kind of isolated. And that was the same play, I believe, that Snyder went for a pick 6 the first half. So obviously, if they respect the run game, that just opens up so much.
This time they're going to move Cody Barnes in motion, and they're going to hand it off.
And Volner, tell you what,
gets 5.
I would not want to be in the hole with Volner running the ball.
I wouldn't either.
That is a straight up nope for me.
You know, it's basically the Derrick Henry principle. You know, you just don't get in front of the guy that's really big and moving very fast.
Pretty much. Very
That's
solid.
one way of looking at it, you know.
Derrick Henry's 22, isn't he?
Yeah.
The same number as well. Cody Barnes in motion once again, and they do hand it off. Oh, wait, no, it's a play action.
Bobbled, but caught. Piggyback ride. And a flag.
Stubblefield taking a night defender for a ride. They might tack on a horse collar there. Or
even caught me off guard.
Trey Bishop.
I think we all kind of went with Volner.
Yeah. And then I saw him cut to the left, and it caught me off guard.
That's going to be a face mask against the Knights, so that's going to move the ball an additional 15.
This has been a great drive to start the second half from the Ponies.
It has.
Inside the 20 now.
With a couple of good runs from Barnes and Volner, they're able to set up the play action both times to Stubblefield.
Yeah, definitely. Stubblefield's going to be their guy looking to get into the open field as we get set here for first down. This time, Volner playing as a wingback, and it looks like an option run.
Wetzel was on the keeper.
Said that time Volner was lined up as a wingback and went to that right, and it's the same thing with Millwood. Wherever the wingback goes, the ball's going, and the same thing happens there.
Pretty much. So it's gain of about, I want to say 3, maybe 4.
You know, solid run, throwing different things at the Knights, keeping them guessing.
Like I said, at this point, when you're down 42-0, you just got to empty the playbook.
You'll get in the end zone.
Yeah, get some points on the board. As Wetzel sets up in the gun.
And low snap this time. Wetzel rolling out to his left. And he is going to eat the sack eventually. The Ponies had a lot of momentum going in, but
they did. Now that's going to bring up a
third and long.
About a third and 15?
Yeah, it's a much tougher ask now if you want to go for it on a fourth down.
Yeah, so now you become predictable pretty much because you got to kind of, I mean, you don't have to score right here, but I don't know if they want to go with some sort of jump play to get 7-8 yards and then try to go for it on fourth down as they send Stubblefield in motion.
And they do pitch it to him up, and Stubblefield's down the right-hand sideline.
And they're going to get a flag, though.
Inside the 5-yard line.
We'll see what that flag's for.
It was on the perimeter, and most of the times that's a hold.
First and goal coming up for the
looks like holding. And
So
that
now you
negates a huge play.
So even with the loss, they were still able to convert that first down, but that holding penalty, shooting themselves in the foot.
And did not see the call, but penalty against the Ponies.
So that's going to bring up a third and 17.
As Wetzel rolls to his right, fires, and flags down, ball's in Connor Thomas.
And he caught it.
Wow.
That was Connor
what a
Thomas
catch.
over 2 defenders.
What a play.
And they're going to decline that penalty, and the touchdown is good.
And they're going to bring out Emir De Los Reyes on for the extra point.
Stubblefield to hold.
Come on, make me look good here, please.
High snap. And he's just got to take it and run.
Yeah, it's that fire situation.
You probably shouldn't have said that.
I really shouldn't have. As after the high snap, no kick able to be made, so that'll put the score at 42-6.
Amir is one of your pupil, or he is your pupil.
Him and I guess now number 30, Caleb, who's coming on to kickoff now. I only met him on Wednesday though, so.
Or is he kicking with you too?
Now he is.
Okay. So you got a couple of students under your belt.
Yeah.
I will say Amir's come a long way
He
from
actually
his from his kicking.
He actually has. I was so proud the other day. We go from barely making extra points to now we're hitting 30-yarders and they're pretty consistently. So I mean that's big.
There you go.
But now I'm gonna maybe shift a bit more to work on Caleb with his kickoffs, as that seems to be his duty. Just get him a little more comfortable in the steps up to it and the connection on the ball.
Yeah.
As it's fielded about the 25, and he's going to be wrapped up about the 40.
I believe that was number 50, Cam Robertson, and that number 40, Tanner Battenfield, converging on the stop. So this Pony defense got a stop, and then the offense was able to go down and score even with penalties.
Actually, like to point out again, number 30, Caleb Hisbury, down in there in the pile. He was.
There you go.
As we get another look at the Pony defense, who made a really big play.
You gonna teach him how to lay a hit on somebody if he needs to?
Oh yeah, trust me, I was very well known for that.
Looks like they made a quarterback change. Oh,
wow.
Yeah, big hit.
He's met immediately.
Yeah.
That's number 15, Bennett Baker, in at quarterback for the Knights.
Oh, Jacob, don't joke around with me. I had people come up and block me.
I can confirm that. As it's going to bring up a
Knowing
loss.
y'all's teams, you probably blocked each other. Like.
Oh, that's mean. As we get set here for second down. And, yeah, you're right. Quarterback change and is number 15, Bennett Baker.
And that's number 2, Jonah Neher. I'm probably butchering that. Coming out the left side, and he's going to be wrapped up for another loss. I believe that was Barnes. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 for the Knights. See, this is what we talked about in the first half, Hobby. This time right here is so crucial because these guys at least the guys that are coming back next year need this time, because you can practice all you want, but I feel like once you get under these lights, it's a whole different atmosphere.
I mean, whenever the cannons are going off,
Yeah.
all bets are off.
As they're going to set up with a 3rd and 11 with 2 receivers either side.
And
he's going to look to throw out to his back. And it's incomplete, so the Pony defense holds.
That is back-to-back 3 and outs as we come to an end
Third
of the third
quarter's
quarter.
over.
Dang.
That was a fast quarter.
It was.
There was only 2 drives.
Yeah.
That third quarter.
Actually,
Was
two,
it?
2 complete drives.
Yeah.
Because this drive is still ongoing. Heck,
Yeah. But still.
yeah, only 2 drives. 2 drives that actually had a conclusion.
Yeah. As we bring up the 4th quarter of this ball game, Crossing Christian is up 42-6 over the Kellyville Ponies. But it seems like the Ponies have made some adjustments. As we will flip the field and get ready for this final quarter.
As the Crossing Christian punt unit is on the field.
For only I believe only the 3rd time this game.
Yeah, 3rd time.
And we have timeout on the field.
But a timeout on the field.
I'd like to thank Coach Lincoln Riley for being here tonight, but he's already left, so I hope you all
Lincoln Riley was here?
Get his autograph before you left out of here.
Lincoln
Thank
Riley was
Coach
here?
for showing up tonight.
Why am I just now learning this?
There's no way.
He might have been doing some scouting. Jacob, you're giving us a
Maybe.
look.
I don't
Do you
know.
know something we don't?
Hey, look, if I knew something that y'all didn't, I'd be holding a football right now that had Lincoln Riley's autograph on it.
And Stubblefield.
Yeah, it's
on return
Stubblefield.
for the Ponies.
Able
On
to
the return.
able to shake a tackle.
Brought down by number 10, Drew Wood.
Well, I don't know. I'm wearing all this Ohio State stuff. I don't know.
know,
I don't know if he'd let me.
You came in wearing a Chase Young jersey. I was kind of thrown off. As the Pony offense sets up with 10:57 left in the ball game, Wetzel's in the gun. So they're gonna hand it off to Barnes again. Oh! As he eats a helmet to the face and then able to carry on for a couple more. Gain of about 4. Brings up a 2nd and 6.
It's one of those moments where I'll believe it when I see it.
As Wetzel's pass.
Completed to Connor Thomas, who caught the touchdown over 2 defenders.
And that'll bring up 3rd and short.
3rd and very manageable for the Ponies. I would look for Barnes or Volner here. As they send Barnes in motion.
And
Oh!
Man, just bobbled.
There's a flag thrown in the vicinity of maybe a holding. And I think that's what they're going with. And that's going to back them up.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.
It seems like we talk more about college and the pros on here than we do actual high school sports. But you know that play that Connor made in the end zone, that reminded me of that DeAndre Hopkins catch against the Buffalo Bills, where he had 4 defenders on him. He still came down with it, and they won the game.
Yeah. Very reminiscent. As Wetzel's look to throw, he's going to hit Connor Thomas, who shakes a tackle.
And Connor Thomas picks up a 1st down.
Number 13, Trey Bishop.
I'm honestly surprised if Connor Thomas really hasn't been I mean, he's only been playing high school ball for 2 years. Came in last year as they send Barnes in motion. He looks to throw.
And
He's
it is
got
caught by
Barnes.
and he is tackled about the 35-yard line.
That's going to be a Tony first down.
But what I was trying to say is, you know, as big as Connor Thomas is, he really hasn't been utilized that much on offense. He's mainly played defense.
Yeah, definitely.
As a corner. But he, not to say his presence hasn't been felt on offense at times.
I mean, yeah, he's obviously a huge player to worry about. So as Wetzel fires,
was looking for Stubblefield. You know, Javi, this offense that they're in right now with the two backs and the twins, kind of reminiscent of the offense we used to run a few years ago.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's what they're going for. And I remember I was telling you at halftime, it's really hard to run that sometimes because, you know, your line's got to hold up, and they've got to hold up for 4 quarters essentially because you're going on these 7, 8, 9 minute long drives.
Yeah.
So they can get tired, definitely. But they're running it pretty well right now. As we have Allner in a wingback position, and he's gonna.
And the ball's on the ground again. They're just gonna tackle Wetzel for a loss.
There's just a problem with the snap again.
That's gonna bring up about a 3rd and 15. They may look for Connor Thomas again. He's down here one-on-one. But so is Stubblefield. They may look for Connor Thomas right here as Wetzel rolls to his right.
And fires deep. Connor
And
Thomas.
he's got him!
Touchdown!
Kellyville strikes again.
From 3rd and long, too. Huge play.
Thomas had a few steps on his defender as we line up for this extra point.
And it will be Emir De Los Reyes on for the kick.
With Stubblefield to hold.
And the kick is blocked. Or maybe just too low.
So the score remains 42-12 with 5:50 left in the ball game.
You know, I kind of feel bad for Amir having that kick block down here and then kind of like a lack of confidence, it seems like, on that kick over there. You know, and
yeah, that one.
I mean, that's got to be a confidence breaker, having your kick blocked, the first kick you can take.
It is, and I talked to him and I told him, you know, definitely it's not the end of the world if you have a kick blocked or you miss. It's not the end of the world. You just got to move on. So that one I think might have just been hit too low. He seemed to plant his foot a little too early. And yeah, that can lead to something like that. He just can't get his head down.
Well, that gives you something to work on this week.
Yeah.
That is Caleb Hillsbury.
And it's a short kick to about the 25, 25, sorry. And it's returned past midfield.
He's still fighting.
To just past the 40.
Finally brought down by number 50, Cam Robertson.
And Cam Robertson on the tackle for the Ponies.
With 4:30 left in the game. Crossing Christian up 42-12 against your Kellyville Ponies. You know, I think it'd be really big if Kellyville can get another defensive stop here and, you know, pitch a shutout in the second half.
Yeah. Come away with a moral victory.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of things to improve.
Yeah.
But things to build off.
And they're just going to hand it off, and he's met for minimal gain. Maybe a yard.
Number 72, Jackson Stevens, in on the stop for the Ponies.
going to bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Knights. With 3:35 left in the ball game. Yeah, let's see if the Pony defense can get a shutout this second half. They're just going to hand the ball off.
And good play defensively.
That's Stubblefield.
Kenneth Bell on the carry, brought down by Nate Stubblefield.
As they're subbing players in for this 3rd and medium. And they're subbing players in to get ready.
Time ticks down in the 4th, less than 3 minutes.
And yeah, they're just in clock eating mode right now. And then he's going to roll to his right. And I believe he's going to pick up this first down, move the chains. Crossing is going to send 2 receivers either side. He's going to ask for the ball. It's going to be an option play.
And the pitch comes late, but
and he shakes a tackle. Cam Robertson on the initial hit. And just kind of left his feet, and the runner was able to run through that arm tackle. Yeah, they're just going to run the clock out with 1:30 left in the ball game. You know, letting some of these young players get experience on the field. He's going to hand off and immediately be met by Barnes.
Do you hear the song they're playing?
Do what?
Do you hear the song they're playing?
Do I hear the what?
The song.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, it was da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Fox.
Yeah, the NFL on Fox.
Oh.
Come on, Matt.
Well, sorry, I don't understand. Da 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 da.
You were in band. You were in band. You ought to know.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 12.
Under a minute to play now.
With the clock winding down. High snap.
Handoff. And
he's going to spin out of it. But not before Barnes comes in and cleans it up. And
that should just about do it.
It's probably going to be the last play of the game.
Well, it looks like your Kellyville Ponies are going to fall 42-12 to the Crossing Christian Knights here at home. Next week, your Ponies go to Chandler to play.
Yeah, and then we'll be back here for the last game of the season against Star Spencer.
That will be senior night.
I know the score. Obviously, this game didn't go how we wanted to, but I saw, especially in the second half, I saw a lot of stuff that I liked.
Yeah.
Guys like Barnes and Stubblefield are just continue to be really good players on this team, and they're coming back next year.
Yeah.
So seems like the past few years, Kellyville has a really good year and then a down year. They might graduate a lot of people. I think this was also the case, but I feel like this team's going to rebound and they're going to have a big year next year. So for Jacob Jones and Javi Garcia, I'm Matthew Vaughn, and signing off, and we'll see you
sometime. Definitely the last home game. We'll be here the last home game. Not sure about Chandler next week. We'll let you guys know as time comes closer. We'll catch you guys later.